Welcome back to Scape, where we unravel the darkest mysteries and delve into the minds of notorious criminals. Today, we have a chilling and heartbreaking story to share with you. Imagine the shock and devastation when a missing and pregnant 19-year-old from Florida was discovered dead in Alabama. I'm talking about Anastasia Gilley, whose tragic fate has captured headlines and left a community in mourning. Let's delve into the details of Anastasia's case, as well as the accused Alabama man who now faces even more charges. In the early morning hours of May 10th, 19-year-old Anastasia Gilley's lifeless body was discovered near Headland, Alabama, bringing a devastating end to the search for the missing pregnant teenager. The heart-wrenching case has gripped the nation, with its eerie twists and turns leaving a community in shock and mourning. Anastasia Gilley, a 19-year-old from Jackson County, Florida, was last seen on May 3, 2023, at her home. 4 months pregnant at the time, her family grew increasingly worried when she failed to show up for a doctor's appointment and didn't report to work. The alarm was raised further when a neighbor claimed to have heard a piercing scream near her residence at around 10:30 p.m. that night. Concerned about her sudden disappearance, Gilley's family reported her missing to the authorities. After a week of intense searching and around-the-clock efforts by the Jackson County Sheriff's Office and the Houston County Sheriff's Office, a tragic breakthrough came in the early morning hours of May 10th. On May 10th, investigators received a tip regarding the possible location of Anastasia's body in the 5,000 block area of Headland Avenue. In the early hours of the morning, they made a chilling discovery: a badly decomposed female body believed to be Anastasia Gilley. Jackson County Sheriff's Office and Houston County Sheriff's Office in Alabama wasted no time launching a joint investigation into Anastasia's disappearance. Working tirelessly, law enforcement officers followed leads, conducted interviews, and utilized various investigative techniques to unravel the truth. The initial focus turned to Marquise Devin McLeod, an acquaintance of Gilley's, who had been taken into custody for violating his probation by going to Florida. Marquise Devin McLeod, a 33-year-old man from Alabama, was charged in connection with her death and now faces an additional capital murder charge related to the death of Gilley's unborn child. Gilley and McLeod were acquainted, and investigators believe that he held her against her will. Although initially described as having a semi-friendship, their relationship turned very aggressive at one point, according to Houston County Sheriff Donald Valenza. Concerns about Gilley's well-being grew when her sister reported hearing a scream near their home on the evening of May 3rd. Gilley's phone, purse, and personal belongings were found at her residence, indicating a possible struggle or foul play. Authorities suspect that her phone may have been discarded against her wishes. Houston County Sheriff's Office was notified of Gilley's disappearance on Sunday, leading to a joint investigation with the Jackson County Sheriff's Office in Florida. The investigation took a grim turn when information from interviews led investigators to a location on Headland Avenue in Houston County, Alabama, where they discovered the decomposed remains of a female. Preliminary findings suggest that she was shot multiple times at the scene. While awaiting the final autopsy report, Sheriff Valenza expressed no doubt that the remains belonged to Gilley based on items found on the body, clothing, and jewelry. It is believed that Gilley had been deceased for at least a week before her body was found. The arrest of Marquise Devin McLeod has added a sinister layer to the case. McLeod, who already had a violent criminal history, including a rape conviction, is facing charges of capital murder during a kidnapping and murder. Authorities have described him as uncooperative throughout the investigation. Despite the arrest and charges against Marquise McLeod, the investigation into Anastasia Gilley's murder continues. Law enforcement agencies strive to piece together the evidence and bring closure to her grieving family. An autopsy is pending to determine the cause and manner of Anastasia's death, which will provide further insights into the case. During the legal proceedings, the authorities have not specifically mentioned any notable witnesses or testimonies presented in court. However, the investigation revealed that McLeod and Gilley knew each other and had been in contact prior to her disappearance. While specific motives for the crime have not been revealed, several factors may have contributed to the tragic events. The aggressive turn in the relationship between Gilley and MacLeod suggests the presence of underlying tensions or conflicts. It is possible that personal disputes, jealousy, or a breakdown in their relationship dynamics led to a violent confrontation. However, without further information, it is difficult to pinpoint the exact motive behind the crime. MacLeod's criminal history, which includes rape convictions, terror threats, robbery, battery, and violations of sex offender laws, provides additional context. His violent past and disregard for the law indicate a potential predisposition toward criminal behavior. It raises questions about whether his criminal tendencies played a role in the tragic events surrounding Gilley's death. The nature and depth of their relationship remain uncertain. As the investigation progresses and the case moves forward, it is possible that additional witnesses and testimonies may come to light. The accused man, Marquis Devon MacLeod, is facing new charges in the case of the death of Anastasia Gilley, a pregnant 19-year-old from Florida. In addition to the initial charge of capital murder during a kidnapping, MacLeod now faces an additional capital murder charge related to the death of Gilley's unborn child. Regarding the disappearance of Anastasia Gilley and the arrest of Marquis Devon MacLeod, our hearts are heavy with the weight of this tragic event. Anastasia's story serves as a stark reminder of the importance of community, support, and the pursuit of justice. If you like our videos, hit the like button and comment below if you know anything about this case. Before leaving, make sure to subscribe to the channel to stay tuned for further updates and other important stories. Your engagement helps us bring attention to the voices that need to be heard.